This is Gitanjali from Bayan Times. Today's top headlines. Discharged COVID-19 patient test positive again in Vishakhapatnam. A coronavirus patient who was discharged from the COVID-19 hospital tested positive again here on Saturday. According to officials, the patient, who had already completed 14 days of quarantine period, has been staying in a quarantine center with his 1.5-year-old son. After his return from Mumbai, he and 4 members of his family tested positive. All his family members were discharged from hospital. His wife was also discharged from hospital on Friday as she tested negative after 14-day quarantine period. However, the patient's son, who was kept in quarantine center, had also tested positive. Both father and son were shifted to GITAM hospital. Meanwhile, 3 corona positive cases were registered in the Dandu Bazar area, which emerged as a hotspot in the city. One case was registered in New Colony and another in Pithapuram Colony. With the fresh cases, the total number of persons who tested positive in the Dandu Bazar area rose to 17. The total number of cases in Vishakhapatnam district has gone up to 62. Of the total cases, 23 were discharged from hospital and 1 person died of coronavirus. Now there are 38 active cases in the district. Fifty new cases in Andhra Pradesh take state tally of confirmed cases to 1,918. The State Command Control Room held on Sunday morning. Out of the total 50 new cases, 16 were reported from Chittoor, which saw the district cross the 100 mark and now has 107 cases. Nellore is another district which crossed 100 mark with 5 fresh cases reported, taking the total number of cases in the district to 101. Kurnool tally increased to 566 with another 13 cases reported in the last 24 hours, while the number of cases in Anantapuram district is now at 107 with 5 new cases added. The total number of cases in Guntur increased by another 9 cases and now stands at 383. 2 more cases reported in Prakasam district, taking the total count in the district to 63. 1 case each was reported in Vishakhapatnam, Kadapa and Krishna district, taking the total number of cases in those districts to 63, 97 and 339 respectively. Among the 38 discharged, Kurnool district alone accounted for 21, Guntur 8, Krishna 3, East Godavari 2, Vishakhapatnam 2, Anantapur 1, Nellore 1. Andhra Pradesh to set up Special Enforcement Bureau to check illegal transportation of liquor, sand. In a bid to curb the illegal manufacture and transportation of liquor and illegal transport of sand in the state, the Y.S. Jagannath Reddy government in Andhra Pradesh has decided to set up a Special Enforcement Bureau, Liquor and Sand. The Bureau will function as an autonomous body and take strict measures to prevent illegal transport of liquor and sand in between states. Chief Minister Jagannath Reddy decided to set up the Bureau after holding a review meeting with Excise Minister, Chief Secretary Neelam Shawne, Director General of Police Gautam Sawant and senior officials. During the review, Reddy asked the officials to come up with a strategic plan as there are chances of illegal transport of alcohol and manufacture of illicit liquor in the state. The Reddy government has been taking steps towards the phase-wise total prohibition of alcohol and had reduced the wine shops by 20%, besides removing 4,500 permit rooms and also 43,000 belt shops. COVID-19, 11 infectees in Chittoor had visited Chennai's Coimbatore market. The Coimbatore market in Chennai, which became a hotbed of COVID-19 cases and turned several districts in Tamil Nadu into red zones, has affected Andhra Pradesh Chittoor district too. As many as 11 infectees in Chittoor are traders who recently visited the market. At a review meeting held by Chief Minister Y.S. Jagannath Reddy on Saturday, Special Chief Secretary Health K.S. Jawar Reddy and other officials told him the focus is on farmers and traders who visited the Coimbatore market and those who travelled from Chennai. They attributed the increase in the number of cases in Nellore and Chittoor to the people who visited the Coimbatore market. Vegetable traders from Chittoor district do business at the Coimbatore market. COVID-19. Vijayawada, Vizag, Tirupati airports get ready to receive expats. Quarantine for all. The state government has made elaborate arrangements to receive anywhere between 17,000 to 20,000 expatriates, although around 30,000 have registered to return home. Around 65% of them are from Gulf countries. briefing the media on the preparations made for the return of Telugus stranded in foreign countries due to the pandemic. Andhra Pradesh COVID-19 Task Force Committee Chairman M.T. Krishna Babu said the first such flight would come from the US and land in Hyderabad on Monday. In case the number of passengers from a particular district is more than 50, they will be shifted to their respective district for quarantine. He said and informed that 14-day quarantine at the centers and 14 more days at home are mandatory for them. Krishna Babu noted that the state has requested the Ministry of External Affairs to allocate the three international airports in the state, Vishakhapatnam, Vijayawada, and Tirupati, to receive flights bringing expatriates. COVID-19 test per million crossed 3,000 mark in Andhra Pradesh, 45 discharged, 43 cases in 24 hours. The number of tests conducted per million in Andhra Pradesh crossed 3,000 mark and stood at 3,091 on Saturday morning. Tamil Nadu with 2,799 tests per million and Rajasthan with 1,942 tests per million are standing second and third in the country. The state continues to lead the country in number of tests. To date, 1,65,069 samples were tested in the state. A total 8,388 samples were tested from 9 am on Friday to 9 am on Saturday. The number of discharged 45 is more than the number of new cases in the state 43 in the last 24 hours. Andhra Pradesh is also doing better in the positivity rate and mortality rate when compared to the national average. Against the national average of 3.92% positivity rate, the state has 1.17% positivity rate and it has 2.28% mortality rate, better than the national average of 3.3%. Telangana U-turn on COVID-19 OK's home treatment. The communication from the Health Minister's office stated that every 1,000 people or 100 homes would be allotted one accredited social health activist ASHA or auxiliary nursing midwife ANM who will check temperatures using thermal scanners. Test will be conducted if anyone has symptoms. Citing the case of the Gadwal woman who died due to the lack of treatment from 10 different hospitals, the minister said, "We do not want a repeat of the kind of incident where a Gadwal woman and her baby died. Government hospitals will have to cater to more number of deliveries. I urge the doctors to focus on normal deliveries. In addition to this, the rate of immunization has gone down. This also will be fixed within the next month." COVID-19 fighters get Ayurvedic medical kits in Telangana. The Telangana government on Saturday distributed 250 Ayurvedic medication kits to police personnel, municipal workers, and healthcare workers who are battling COVID-19 in red zones. Each kit contains 5 types of Ayurvedic medicines to contain corona, including Chyawanprash. But according to the ICMR guidelines, the only consensus-based prophylaxis prevention method is the weekly dosage of hydroxychloroquine drug, which is being provided to healthcare workers at hospitals treating COVID-19 and SARI patients. Health Minister Yatala Rajendra said, "Ayurveda is the oldest medical science. I congratulate the Department of Ayush Commissioner Vishwa Karini for preparing the kit." KTR calls clean drive on Sundays. In a timely action to prevent seasonal diseases in urban areas of the state, the Municipal Administration Department will kickstart every Sunday 10 minutes at 10 am program on Sunday. Municipal Administration and Urban Development Minister K.T. Rama Rao, along with elected representatives and officials across the state, will participate in the cleanliness drive at their respective homes and drain stagnated water to avoid mosquito spread. The minister held a video conference with municipal commissioners and additional collectors in the state here on Saturday. He wanted them to intensify awareness programs and take up mass campaign to educate people to participate in anti-larvae activities to curb mosquito menace and thus prevent spreading of viral fevers such as dengue. He asked them to work in coordination with the local elected representatives to motivate people to take part in the program in a massive manner. All the ministers, MLAs, MLCs, MPs, and other elected representatives are requested to participate in the massive program and clear water stagnation points at their respective homes. Vande Bharat mission 163 Indians land at Hyderabad from Kuwait. The first flight to Hyderabad from overseas as part of the center's Vande Bharat mission to bring back Indians stranded abroad landed on Saturday night at Rajiv Gandhi International Airport. The Air India flight AI 988 brought back around 163 Indian nationals from Kuwait. Several Telugus who were part of the flight expressed happiness over being brought back to the country. One of the passengers was Vijay Shankar, whose video was tweeted by the Indian Embassy in Kuwait. Vijay said that he had gone to Kuwait for work, but after he lost his job 2 months back, he could not come back to India due to the lockdown. The entire airport has been sanitized. Physical distancing among the passengers was enforced at all areas of the movement. Passengers and crew were brought out from the aircraft in groups of 20 to 25. Airport health officials screened passengers using thermal cameras installed near the aero bridge. Glass shields have been provided at each manned immigration counter to avoid any direct contact between passengers and immigration officers. 31 fresh COVID 19 cases reported in Telangana, toll rises to 1,163. Telangana reported death and 31 fresh coronavirus cases on Saturday, taking the number of positive cases in the state to 1,163. The number of deaths rose to 30 after one person succumbed to the virus, according to a COVID 19 bulletin. It said 24 people were discharged on Saturday. The number of people cured or discharged till date stood at 751. The number of people who are undergoing treatment, active cases as on date, was 382. Out of the 31 fresh cases, 30 are from the Greater Hyderabad Municipal Corporation (GHMC) area, while one is a migrant who returned to Telangana from other state. $2.87 lakh metric ton food grains for Telangana under PMGKY. The centre sanctioned 2.87 lakh metric tons of food grains costing around Rs 1,100 crore to the state under the Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Yojana, which would hopefully benefit 191.62 lakh people. The food grains will be distributed to those belonging to the vulnerable sections of the society. According to the Food Corporation of India (FCI), around 1.33 LMT of rice was allotted to the state at Rs 22 per kg. National Food Security Act, the FCI Telangana unit, also issued food grains at subsidized rate to 57 NGOs. D.V. Prasad, CMD of FCI, said maximum procurement of paddy happened in Telangana state. Of the nationwide procurement, which is 45 LMT, Telangana state contribution is 30 LMT, followed by Andhra Pradesh at 10 LMT. Will make farming profitable, says KCR. The state government will soon come up with a comprehensive agriculture policy aiming at making agriculture profitable in the state. Chief Minister K. Chandrasekhar Rao instructed the officials concerned to prepare the policy to bring changes in the thought process of farmers in order to meet the food habits of people and cultivate crops as per the market demand. He will personally soon interact with all stakeholders, including farmers groups such as Raitu Bandhu Samitis and agriculture officials from every cluster through video conference before finalizing the policy. The state government must decide crops to be cultivated by the farmers. Plans should be drawn to meet the food requirements of the people of Telangana state as well as the market demand. We must identify alternative crops and guide farmers to cultivate them accordingly. Thereafter, the government will ensure a minimum support price for every crop, he said. "30,000 stranded Telugu people returning to India. The evacuation of the stranded Indians from all the countries will begin soon, and COVID-19 Task Force Committee Chairman Krishna Babu urged the people who registered to return to India to be ready for the travel and quarantine followed by it. With more than 30,000 stranded Telugu people registered to return to India from different countries, the flights will be arriving at Hyderabad, Bengaluru and Chennai. There will be two types of quarantines for Indians reaching Andhra Pradesh, one paid and the other free, while the passengers will be at their liberty to choose one. Depending on the places they return from, they will either be moved to quarantine facility or to the COVID-19 healthcare centers. There will be a mandatory 2-week quarantine and then a 14-day home quarantine for all the passengers. The flight from the US will reach Hyderabad on May 11 and the passengers from that flight will be quarantined in Vijayawada. The hotel quarantine is being arranged at a lower price. With this, we conclude with our today's news headlines. For more such latest news and updates, like, share, and subscribe By and Times. Stay tuned, stay updated.